It's called I Do. It's Jewel on Y108. How did you, you worked, Jewel here in the studio with us, and I have to ID WDSY Pittsburgh and HD2 Pittsburgh. You worked with John Rich on this. How did you two hook up together? I mean, how did that happen, that you chose him, or how did you get together?
When I was doing Nashville Star, he came up to me because he was there with Cowboy Troy.
And,
he's just such an amazing songwriter. I said, hey, we should write together. And so we sat down and I started playing him my stuff. I played him I Do and just some stuff that I was writing to give him kind of a starting point of where I was going with my music. And he said, you know what, let's not write together. Let's just go in the studio tomorrow and goof down. I want to hear what this stuff sounds like.
Wow.
So we got a band, and in 2 days we got 10 tracks, and that was it. We called it a record.
Well, it worked. I wondered, thinking about you and talking to you today, that in the past when for the Wreckers, the Dixie Chicks, Sheryl Crow, some of these groups that probably took an inspiration from you were having hits on the radio, and were you wondering, well, I should be part of that mix at that at that time?
Oh, I don't know.
Just a
I mean,
few years ago?
My life exceeded every expectation I ever had for myself. I've tickled anywhere has me. And I've loved all those people's music, and it was really flattering. I've made probably 5 of my 6 records in Nashville, so I've been in that town for a long time, and it was neat to hear local songwriters say, hey, I wrote Faith Hill's Breathe based on your song What Simple Is True, or things like that. It was like the highest compliment, for sure.
And you got, did we talk about this already, or was it last November? We were talking about when you sang Silver Wings with Merle Haggard, and what an inspiration that was for you.
I had no idea it was that cool until that moment. I had to pinch myself. I couldn't believe it. And I grew up in bars singing Merle Haggard songs, singing Silver Wings, so to actually have him ask me to sing it with him, I couldn't believe it. I mean, he wrote 52 of his own 54 #1 hits. Yeah. It's just unheard of. I mean...
Well, and was that like, as you talk in your bio about going to New York in a limo and a jet and then being plunked back in your pumpkin bus? I mean, was that same kind of feel where you go, what did I just do?
Yeah, all of that. I got to tour with Dylan, and he really took me under his wing, Bob Dylan, and he talked to me about songwriting and my lyrics, and just stuff like that happens. You're like, I just can't believe this is happening to me. Yeah.
I have some questions for you. It's a little thing we do called did to, did not, as in did to, never did that. These are just statements, and you can just say did to or did not. First one is, you said that you would remake Tammy Wynette's They Call It Making Love, if you ever had the chance to.
Love that song. Did to.
Did to, okay. Did to, did not. You served as the 34th President of the United States.
Did to. No, I did not.
Okay, all right.
That was a dream I had.
We have 2 more. Did to, did not. You once performed on Alaska Public Radio with Tom Bodett, the Motel 6 guy.
Did to.
Did to. Yeah. Did that. I think that's
You're
true.
impressing. Now you're just showing off.
No.
Research over there.
You once said, quote...
Don't be coy with me, little naughty notster.
Now I feel like Bob Costas. Here's what else I found out. You once said, quote, I'll never appear on the Stoney Richards Show again as long as I live.
We're going to see at the end of the show.
Yeah, okay, all right. Did to, did not. Yeah.